First of all, let me address the comment on growth and then trade. I think when you look at the world, ladies and gentlemen, you've got to break it up into different segments. I'm most familiar with emerging markets, and there I believe that the potential for growth is still there. The drivers of growth are still quite active. Naturally, as countries go up the curve, the rate of growth may come down, but the base is much bigger. So that's on China, which is a question everybody asks. I'm a frequent visitor there, and I'm on several boards there. I would say that in China, to just put it very bluntly, there's talk about hard landing and soft landing. I see any economy which has grown at the rate China has grown, you need a time to consolidate and stabilize and then move on again. I do not expect a hard landing, but a soft landing would be healthy for China, I think, just to consolidate and move on. The last Central Party Committee gave a plan for a lot of reforms. We have to see how and when they will be implemented. I think time has to be given. But in China itself, the potential to reform and grow and create demand is huge. So you have a large number of people, and if the reform program continues in a way that demand is increased and domestic consumption is increased, they can handle it very easily. Secondly, coming to trade, and from China we move to trade. China is still the factory for the world in many ways, because their ability to produce different goods and services, particularly goods, not necessarily services, are quite effective. The cost is low and the quality is reasonable because it's selling across the world. So on emerging markets, I'm positive on growth. I'm positive on reform. Obviously, the speed of reform has to be faster. On Europe, as was just mentioned, I agree totally. I think there are deeper structural issues, hence the need for more. The leaders have to take charge. And it is easy to say, difficult to implement, because you are dealing with the mindset of people who have the sort of a way of thinking, and there's a comfort zone they are in, and the social safety net is good. So the desire to change or get into an uncertain world is less compared to, say, an emerging markets country, where we are used to looking at dark tunnels and going in, and hopefully things will work out. That really requires leadership, hence my comment on leadership. Right. In both areas, you need leadership to drive change, and one of the biggest aspects of leadership is convincing people about your plan or what you want to do and getting ownership. Once you get ownership, things work. If you don't have ownership, it's like hitting against a brick wall. And I think a good leader is a good communicator, somebody who inspires, somebody who takes on tough issues, and then obviously faces the music if it doesn't work, meaning the elections will get you out. Your issue on trade, I think my own view on trade is, first of all, if you look at global trade, it is going in the right direction. Perhaps the negotiations on Lake Geneva or wherever else the WTO meetings are held on the Doha round have not produced enough results. But they have not done anything to